Towanna Murphy Show. That's what's up. Towanna Murphy Show.
That's what's up. The Towanna Murphy Show.
In the last 4 years, you've seen the true colors of everybody that didn't like us. So I'm not going to say names right now. But only thing I'm going to say is, you better hope your ass don't get in trouble. And you need Murphy to get you out of it.
That's what's up. The Towanna Murphy Show. When you got to tune in. Want the real in your host. What's going on, man? She knows the most. Memphis and Mid-South, tune in, cause the diva is on.
And good evening. You're watching the Towanna Murphy Show right here on SVP TV, Comcast 17, Comcast 31. You can also watch the Towanna Murphy Show on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, on demand, YouTube, and Facebook Live. You can also download our app right to your iPhone or your Android devices. Even if you have a smart TV, you can download SVP TV and you can watch this show live Monday and Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. This is a live show. Y'all know that. We're live every Monday, every Wednesday. And thank y'all so much for watching me. Thank y'all so much for making me one of the top shows on SVP TV, Comcast 17 and 31. I am amazed at what's going on the Towanna Murphy Show. I have a special guest that's going to come on. I'm going to tell y'all about that in a minute. But y'all always know when I open up, I always start off with voting. Y'all know that we gotta go vote. I think voting was low today. We gotta get out there and vote. We're having an issue. We're having an issue with people voting. I think somebody said to me on my Facebook page the other day, Towanna, I'm not voting. Well, what's the point of you not voting? Because then when things go wrong in the city, then you're gonna have an opinion. Why have an opinion when you don't vote? If you don't vote, then we don't get things done. We gotta elect the right people in office. I know y'all tired of the same old things. I'm tired of the same old things. I'm tired of putting the same people in office that don't want to do their jobs. We hire people all the time. We elect people all the time to do jobs, and they don't do their jobs. But the first thing y'all holler is, they ain't doing nothing. I don't want to be bothered. I'm done. I don't want to vote. This ain't happening in the city. This ain't happening in the city because you didn't vote. So if you didn't vote, you can't come talk to me because you never voted. And that's a sin and a shame that our African American people will not get out there and vote. That is a shame that the voting polls and the rates are low. But of course, when y'all wanted Trump out, everybody was in line. In fact, he's going to be here June 18th. I don't know what he's here for, but he's going to be here in Memphis June 18th. I don't know what he's coming for. I don't know. He probably get ran out. But I'm just saying. Nobody like Trump in Memphis, but he coming to Memphis. He ain't going outside of Memphis. He coming to Memphis. I have no idea what Trump coming here for. I just know he coming. But in all sense and seriousness, y'all gotta get out there and vote. Vote is important. Our ancestors fought for the right for us to vote. They went through all kind of things to make sure that we had proper education, voting rights. Did y'all know every 10 years they come to the drawing board to just vote on if women still should have the vote, the privilege to vote? It's a privilege for black women to vote. Every 10 years, they come to the boards and they go back through the same process if they want to allow black and brown women to vote. And y'all know lately they've been trying to get us out of there. They don't want us to vote. They don't want us to have no parts of it. Because if they can keep it white America, they will. But it's us. It's us that don't want to vote. And then when they take the privileges away, here y'all go clowning. We can't vote no more. We can't do this. We can't do that. But when you have the privilege, you didn't take advantage of the privilege to vote. You gotta get out here and vote. This doesn't make sense to me at all that people won't vote. And y'all got a real attitude about it. I ain't voting. Ain't nothing gonna get done. How would you know? You wouldn't know because you didn't vote. And then when people get in office, I knew they were gonna get in. That's why I ain't vote. No, if you would have voted, it could have changed. That one vote could change everything else. But because you didn't get out there to vote, guess what? We stuck in this situation right now with people that we don't want in office. We need new faces. We need new things to happen. Now, I'm not going to say all new faces because we have some people that's in office that actually was doing the work. So I have to say that. I can't just drop the ball right there because we do have people that was in office that did do the work. So if they wanted to run for another position, then yeah, I would support them because I know what they've done in the city. But if they weren't doing it in the city, there's no need for to have them. Period. Case closed. No need at all. So that's been the issue right now in the city. Go vote. It was low today. Get out there and vote. Some of y'all scared of rain, though. Y'all dirty anyway. It don't matter. Some of y'all just scared y'all was gonna get rained on you. We ain't gonna get wet, whatever. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's snowing. If I need to vote, I'm gonna go vote. You gotta get out there and vote. I know y'all got a problem with it, but it's okay. We gotta change the momentum of the city. Y'all see what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with the crime. We're dealing with we just had so many people get killed over the weekend. It don't make sense. Innocent kids die. Innocent people that's not even part of it dying. Just drive-bys, crazy drive-bys. We got to do something about this. But it's up to us to change it. Sometimes we got to police the police. And I've been telling y'all that a long time. We got to police the police. We have to have neighborhood watchers. But we don't do that in my neighborhood because all of us in my neighborhood, we call the police because we all nosy. And we all got cameras. So we nosy. We will tell. We don't care. We gonna tell. That's what we do in our neighborhood. So we don't have that problem in my neighborhood. And other neighborhoods need to be like my neighborhood where we gonna tell on you. If we see something, we gonna say something. We're just not gonna let it slip. Y'all gotta do better with this. If we can change Memphis, we gotta help them change Memphis. We can't blame just the police on everything. We can't blame the city on everything. We gotta start helping out. Y'all don't call the police. Y'all don't, because sometimes we can stop it before it happens. But y'all don't want to do that. I'm staying out of it. I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm just going to leave it alone. That's your problem right now. Leave it alone. Staying out of it. That's your problem. Y'all got to do better than that. Y'all got to be able to protect each other. And if we do that, we can have a better Memphis. Now, my guest is getting ready to come up in a minute. I got to go to a quick commercial break because I got to make sure I get my guest in enough time so he can have enough time to tell you who he is. But before I go to break, I have to go to Connor's Cleaning Services. Connor Cleaning Services offers general cleaning, deep cleaning, carpet cleaning, floors. You know, he has a business. Let me just go back because he got a business. And he do office buildings, daycares, healthcare centers. If you want your center clean, your daycare, your studios clean, call Mr. Connor at 901-596-9297. 901-596-9297. And if you say Towanna Murphy, he's going to give you the discount on anything you need clean in your buildings. Listen, I got to go to commercial break. And when I come back up, the next person you will hear from is Dr. William Stovall, who is running for Shelby County Clerk Office. And I'll let you talk to him. Well, I ain't even going to open my lines. I said I was going to open my lines. I don't think I'm going to open my lines. No, I just think I want y'all to hear who he is, what he has to say, and what he brings to the table. So I'm getting ready to go to commercial break. And when I come back from commercial break, you will see my next guest. Remember, news is news. Facts is facts. Miss Ruby sung the blues, and Towanna gonna bring you the news. I'll be right back right after this.
Can you actually imagine hosting your next event at the all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center? Yes, spacious, beautiful venue with plenty of parking, located in the heart of East Memphis. Let us host your next intimate birthday gathering, family repast, bachelorette party, wedding and reception, baby shower, corporate meeting, social club event. Call us today. Don't wait. 901-244-6874. The all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center.
Hey folks, it's Issa Haddad here. I got some good news and a special invitation for you to come see me here at Sunrise Collierville. Come on down, check out my inventory with new, pre-owned, and certified vehicles to choose from. I can get you financed when no one else can. Come on by, bring your family. I treat you like family. Come see me, Issa, here at the #1 dealership in the Mid-South, 4605 Houston Levy Road, Sunrise Collierville. Come on down, check out my inventory with hundreds of vehicles to choose from, pre-owned, new, and certified.
Good news from Sunrise Chevrolet. Get in your new vehicle today. Come on in. I spent for Esau. Bankrupt, slow pay, bad credit, it's okay. Let Esau put you in your brand new truck or car today. When you shop at Sunrise Chevrolet, Collierville.
And don't forget, ask for me, Issa.
And we're back. You're watching the Towanna Murphy Show right here on SVP TV, Comcast 17, Comcast 31. You can also watch the Towanna Murphy Show on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, On Demand, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and all of those other outlets. But right now, y'all, I have to introduce my special guest. He is a candidate for Shelby County Clerk's office. He is the one and only Dr. William Stovall. Welcome to the Towanna Murphy Show.
And thank you for having me.
No problem. Now, Dr. Stovall, give us a little intro about yourself, where you came from and how you got here.
Okay, absolutely. Let me start with the family first, if that's okay. Born and raised in Tupelo, Mississippi. Moved to Memphis 15 years ago. Traveled extensively professionally, for work. But been married for 26 years to a wonderful lady named Anna. And we have 2 sons, Michael and Alton, who is the pride and joy of my life. They are adult young men now, one living in New York, working on Wall Street, and my other son is Michael, the oldest, is in Atlanta, Georgia, as a corporate executive there. My professionally, my educational background is from, I have a PhD from the University of Missouri, Columbia. I have a master's from Mississippi State University and a Bachelor of Science degree from Mississippi Valley State University. Professionally, I've worked in higher education, primarily all of my career, for about 20 years or so. And then also I've worked for Shelby County government for 6 years as well. I've been in private business now for 6 years. So I run the gamut in terms of my professional work life as well.
Okay, so the title doctor. Wait, explain that.
Okay. Well, doctor, of course, a PhD.
Right. Well, I know PhD, but you know, in what? Because you know, somebody had doctor of medicine or you know, whatever your profession was when you graduated from school.
Absolutely. I have a doctor in philosophy from in higher education administration. It actually is in educational leadership and policy analysis.
Okay.
From the University of Missouri, Columbia, with an emphasis in higher ed administration.
Oh. Right. Okay. So education is your thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as you know, that's my thing too. Education. I'm like a stickler when it comes to education and educating our kids. That's one of the things that I actually, you know, just gravitate to is education. And I think that more of our politicians that's running for these positions should focus on education. Education should actually be the top priority.
Absolutely.
Even when you're running for different positions, no matter what the position is,
Sure.
Education should be one of our top. Because we have kids right now, I think our state test was at 11%, the lowest ever.
Right.
The lowest ever. And it kind of put a stinger on everybody like, man, our kids can't read. So even with running for Shelby County Clerk, you know, you said one thing that that got my attention right away was education. Educating our kids. And so even when you get elected to the Shelby County Clerk's office, is there some way, before I go on to everything else, is there some way that you can implement education in there?
Absolutely, we can. The Shelby County Clerk's Office can work with the school system in many ways. And there are different programs that we can come up with, summer programs, internship opportunities for high school students. I look forward to expanding the Shelby County Clerk's Office to the community as a whole.
Now, what does the Shelby County Clerk's Office entitles for people that don't understand and don't know what it does? Explain to them what it does.
Well, the Shelby County Clerk's Office is the second leading tax generating office in Shelby County. It consists of various divisions. It consists of the motor vehicle division. It consists of the business tax division, the Tyler and registration division, marriage license, license renewal, notary public certification. It runs the gamut in terms of Shelby County. It has all different tentacles in Shelby County in various professions.
Okay. Now, when you get elected, what are some things that you would change in that office? What are some things you would do differently?
Well, currently, a major concern, but several things actually.
Okay, come on with several things.
Okay. One, being customer service.
Okay.
Customer service would be key in regards to the Shelby County Clerk's Office under a Stovall administration. And let's just be honest, the long lines and the wait time that we see now at the Shelby County Clerk is unacceptable.
Yeah.
And so definitely better customer service, better service in regards to answering the telephone, addressing email concerns, what have you. But there's many different aspects to it. It's a real breathing, living organism, the Shelby County Clerk's Office. So you have to also have talented people around you. And I think one of the issues with the Shelby County Clerk's Office now is that a lot of the qualified individuals, persons who have been with that office for 20, 30, 40 years now have exited the office, I'm sorry. And so now I think you see the reflection of that with the long lines and the baggage in terms of auto tags or what have you. So,
Right, because I know that I think a few months ago when I went, I stood in line almost 30 minutes, 45 minutes,
right.
Just trying to get tag renewals.
Right, and that concerns me as well. We have elderly people standing in line. We have people with disabilities standing in line. We don't know if that even an ADA, American Disability Act violation.
Okay.
We don't even know that.
Oh, wow.
So we
Okay.
don't have restrooms for individuals. So it's just sad to see that so many of our Memphis and Shelby County citizens are going through this. Also, expansion of the Shelby County Clerk's Office. We have some satellite offices, but we could expand more, in particular for the persons, individuals and citizens living in Germantown and Collierville.
Okay.
We will, under Stovall administration, reopen the office in Germantown and Collierville. It
Okay.
was a disaster not to have that particular office open. I have received many calls and concerns. As a person, I know that I'm running for Shelby County Clerk and as a resident of Collierville myself.
Okay.
And so it's a concern of mine that office is closed now and that we
Because both offices are closed.
Right. Well, Shelby, the Germantown Collierville office.
Okay, because that's together or separate?
It's together.
It's together, okay, because that's what I was on. I understand that part. Whether it was Germantown and then Collierville or Germantown, Collierville?
Well, actually, it's in Germantown, but many of the citizens from Collierville as well benefit from the Germantown office as well.
Now, you said something just a few minutes ago when you said for our elderly and our disability clients or, when they come in, will there be a special line for them? Because I don't think that they should be waiting in line with all of us. I think that they should have their own special line for the elderly and the people with special needs to get their things done versus standing in a long line with us. So I just think that it should just be a separate area for them to get their things done and makes the process run smoother. What do you think about that?
Well, that is a thought that it's amazing. We think a lot. So.
Great minds.
Well, I'm looking to improve the office in many ways, and that is part of the customer service tactic that I'm coming up with. So, yes, elderly, we need to find some type of way to combat that issue. I haven't really nailed down the plan yet, but that is something that I will be addressing as clerk.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, because I know I've been getting complaints about that, periodically. Like, man, Miss Murphy, I ain't going up there because I've been in line for 45 minutes. I've been in line for an hour. My grandmama sat there for 2 hours because it's just a line. It's so long. And I think that's one of the biggest complaints, that the lines are long and the customer service is poor. Well, I haven't had poor customer service. It's just that I wait in line 45 minutes, but I haven't had poor customer service. But I think that the people that we have working there, and then I think we have a shortage of employees. How would you staff that right now, knowing that the employees is short? We have a shortage.
Well, there are many employees, key employees who have left that office now, know that I'm running, and I've been endorsed by a young lady who has been there for 40 years and retired recently. It's because they just needed to move on. They couldn't work under the conditions. And they vowed to come back as even a consultant or as full-time staff to assist me in that. And so I've received calls from several individuals who has worked in that office for a number of years who now have exited, and they are looking forward to working with me in some capacity. It may be in a consultation capacity, it may be just giving me advice or whatever, but I've received the support that I need in that regards. And if I can back up 1 minute
Let's talk about
access to the clerk's office.
Okay.
And one of the grand ideas that my team and I came up with is a Shelby County Clerk mobile office. I would like to propose that to the county commission once I'm in office to get approval to purchase a mobile office, even just to look into it and explore it and do the research on what would that cost and how effective that would be. And for example, you would have a Shelby County Clerk mobile office, and a person may do all their dealings online, what have you. Then on Saturday, we may say we're going to be at Shelby Farms, for example, or at this park, or at this church parking lot, and where those individuals can come out and receive their the tag or whatever information they need from the clerk's office, just based on they've already prepaid, they've already
Right.
done everything online already. And so that is an idea. I see you looking like
Yeah, because that's kind of why I'm a little excited about this mobile thing. Because they can do it on a Saturday. It don't have to be Monday through Friday.
Saturdays,
Yeah.
Saturdays, it don't have to be Monday through Friday.
Right.
Saturdays, Sundays, and we get a church to partner with us. It could be in
And a church lot parking lot.
church parking lot, what have you. So, and also while we're on about the Saturday, another way to get great access to the clerk's office is that I would consider Saturday hours.
Yeah.
Right now, we don't have Saturday hours in the clerk's office.
Right.
Maybe 8 to 12 on a Saturday.
That's what I'm saying, about 4 hours.
Maybe every first and third or second and fourth Saturday or something like that. How we can work it out with our employees.
But see, that would work though,
Right.
because like you said, second and fourth Saturdays where you could have a mobile where people that couldn't make it Monday through Friday, because I know that, I'm just telling from example, my best friend, she couldn't get off work. And she had to renew her tags, but because she works so late, she couldn't get her tags. So she doesn't work on the weekend. So if you have that Saturday clinic, every second and fourth Saturday, then she's able to go and come and get her tags versus trying to get somebody to get her tags for her.
Right.
So sometimes I got to go stand in line for her to renew her tags because she's not off work.
Right.
And that's a convenience for most of the people that work Monday through Friday and not able to get there to get their tags or take their lunch break and never get back and get late for lunch and get fired or get rolled up because they still in lines.
But I'm also talking about even the satellite offices. Maybe we can come 8 to 12 hours or something like on the different Saturdays or whatever, extended hours through the week. For example, we may stagger employees to come in, maybe somebody from 10 to 7.
Yeah.
And when persons get off work, and they don't have to, come during lunch and be late getting back to work or whatever.
Right.
So there's a myriad of ways we can look into making it more effective in terms of the Shelby County Clerks. It is not rocket science.
Right, but that mobile is good.
Right.
That mobile is a good idea.
Right.
And I know it's a good idea because I watch a lot of people now, since the pandemic, do a lot of stuff mobile.
Right.
And it's like, wait a minute, that's kind of a cool idea to have, Shelby County Clerk's office mobile, where they could just go in and on a Saturday and just get it done versus going to even the locations.
Right.
Like you said, you would probably have them open on the locations on a Saturday. But if you can't get to the locations, then you have that mobile. That mobile will work because some of the churches, like you said, get on a big church parking lot.
Right.
And of course, the churches are going to announce it where, they'll be here on this Saturday.
Absolutely.
Y'all going to renew your tags if you got to get, the marriage license or whatever you need to get. So it's actually convenient if you have one on every side of town. Like you say, you have to see how much it's going to cost. But I think it will work.
I believe it will.
I think that will work. That is a good idea. And that minimizes the lines. It minimizes the trouble. It helps the working class to actually go on a Saturday and get their stuff done. So I'm thinking that's a really good idea. I didn't think of it. Now, see, now you got smart on me on that. I wasn't even thinking about a mobile. Man, that would work for people that need their driver's license and things like that.
Right. And on a more serious note, the last thing I really would look into is the internal control of the finance of the Shelby County Clerk's office. Reconciliation of monies and making certain that the auto dealership tags are given out in a timely fashion. We have persons now driving out from with new vehicles and coming back to the dealership for 2 and 3 renewals of drive-out tags because the county clerk's office is not officially getting those tags out to the dealership to give the people. So,
I'm gonna put a pin right there because we gotta go to a quick commercial break.
Okay.
We gotta pay some bills. We're going to a quick commercial break because I want to talk about that right there because I'm telling you, I had an issue. Listen, you're watching Towanna Show right on SVP TV, Comcast 17 and 31. All of our digital outlets. Remember, news is news. Facts is facts. Miss Ruby sung the blues, and Towanna gonna bring you the news. I'll be right back with my special guest right after this.
Hey folks, it's Issa Haddad here. I got some good news and a special invitation for you to come see me here at Sunrise Collierville. Come on down, check out my inventory with new pre-owned and certified vehicles to choose from. I can get you finance when no one else can. Come on by, bring your family. I treat you like family. Come see me, Issa, here at the #1 dealership in the Mid-South, 4605 Houston Levy Road, Sunrise, Collierville. Come on down, check out my inventory with Hundreds of vehicles to choose from, pre-owned, new, and certified.
Good news from Sunrise Chevrolet. Get in your new vehicle today. Come on in, ask for Esau. Bankrupt, slow pay, bad credit, it's okay. Let Esau put you in your brand new truck or car today. When you shop at Sunrise Chevrolet, Collierville.
And don't forget, ask for me, Issa.
Can you actually imagine hosting your next event at the all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center? Yes, spacious, beautiful venue with plenty of parking, located in the heart of East Memphis. Let us host your next intimate birthday gathering, family repast, bachelorette party, wedding and reception, baby shower, corporate meeting, social club event. Call us today. Don't wait. 901-244-6874. The all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center.
And we're back. You're watching the Towanna Murphy Show right here on SVP TV, Comcast 31, Comcast 17, Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, On Demand, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. And before I get back into my conversation with my special guest, Connor's Cleaning Services, they offer a variety. I mean, he got about 50 things that he does. He cleans daycares, he cleans healthcare centers, he cleans studios, he cleans big offices, small offices, whatever you need done, he will clean it for you. Give him a call, and if you tell him Towanna Murphy sent you, he will give you the discount to clean your businesses. Any business you have cleaned. If it's a law office, he will clean that too. He will clean your carpets or whatever you need done, strip the floors, waxing, whatever. Give Mr. Connor a call at 901-596-9297. That's 901-596-9297. I'm going to jump back in here with the candidate for Shelby County Clerk's Office, Dr. William Stovall, because he said something just before the commercial break. And before that commercial break, he was talking about the drive-out tags. I had 2 drive-out tags. 2, not 1,
Right.
2, because it wasn't processed in enough time. So I had that one 30 days. So when the 30 days was up, I still didn't have it. Right. So I had to go back to the dealership and get another drive-out tag, and I still had to wait another 2 weeks before I actually got my drive-out tags. So I wanted you to explain that, and how can we change that if you are, when you are elected as the Shelby County Clerk?
Well, it's a matter of personnel.
Okay.
Currently, the Shelby County Clerk's Office is down tremendously in terms of staffing, and it's about manpower and getting the job done. And it's also a matter of leadership as well, leadership and experience, and know how to get the job done, know how to influence others to do their job more professionally.
Dr. William Stovall, I need you projecting my mics.
I'm sorry.
We get those 2, so just be comfortable, relax, be comfortable.
Sure.
Project a little bit more, because my producer's not picking you up on your mic.
Okay.
So she need to pick you up a little bit more on your mic. So now you got to repeat that, because she can't pick you up on your mic. Go ahead.
In terms of the drive-out
tags.
Well, the Shelby County Clerk's Office is experiencing a staffing shortage right now. And one of the ways we would address that, of course, is to add more staff and also provide the right leadership and experience in that particular department in order to get it done. And as I mentioned earlier, that there are several people who left the clerk's office with 20, 30 years experience who ran those divisions. And so therefore there's a lack of leadership in those areas that is causing the shortage of drive-out tags. Not only drive-out tags for the local dealership, but also for out-of-state dealerships as well, which is critical because it's essential that we process those applications because we haven't collected the taxes on that yet.
Right.
That affects the bottom line in terms of the Shelby County budget. And so we have several issues going on in terms of auto tags, but we have a solution for it on the Snowball administration.
Okay, so when that's not done, you just said something, because I don't know all the ins and outs of being the clerk's office, but you just said something when you said when it's not done with out-of-town tax, and even out tax, that taxes are not taken care of properly, which causes us to fall behind. Am I correct? That's correct. So if it falls behind, then our documents ain't right. The papers are not right.
Right, correct.
So when you go in and try to look at what's going on with this, the money is not where it needs to be. Therefore, it makes all of the whole thing off.
Right.
Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay, because I'm trying to understand this part right here with this clerk's office here.
It's very simple. It affects the bottom line of the Shelby County budget. I mean, the Shelby County Commission use that money to run our county. Whether you're talking safety, fire safety, whether the police safety, schools, various. There's really a lot of entities that benefits from the Shelby County clerk's office.
So you mean tell me, because I'm learning a lot listening to you. So you mean tell me that if stuff is not done right and they're not processing it the way they need to process it, it affects the safety of our police, fire, and our schools?
It affects the budget.
The budget of it. Okay, so that throws the whole budget off.
Right.
For everything else. So
Absolutely.
that's why we're having so many problems.
Well,
I'm just asking a question.
It could be.
It could be because we know it's off. I'm just speaking for me. I know it's off. A lot of us know it's off. I've been getting complaints about that. So it's nothing new that I'm talking about because somebody they asked me some questions about it. I didn't know nothing about it. So that's why I'm glad you asked the questions because they wanted to know, why things wasn't moving the way it needed to move. Right. So now I'm glad you explained that to me because I didn't know. I know. They was asking me like I know. I said I don't work in the clerk's office. Y'all act like I know. So that's how I do it when they think I know somebody. Like I don't know nothing about that. But I have Dr. Stovo on here, and he'll tell you what needs to happen because I don't know what happens in certain things. That's why I ask questions because I don't know. Right. So thank you for explaining that to me and explaining it to the people because we really didn't understand that. We didn't understand what was going on with that. So I just wanted to make sure. Now there's some other things that you wanted to touch on as far as the clerk's office. Before doing the break. What are some of those things?
Well, one is a kiosk program.
Okay.
Kiosk program. It may be a kiosk program, but it's ineffective right now. So I want to expand our kiosk program to various entities, grocery stores, FedEx, churches, or whatever we need to do in regards to having a kiosk program where a person can go to the kiosk, put in their information, and get their information from the kiosk, whether it's car tags or make an appointment down at the Shelby County Clerk's office. Right. It will be more informational in regards to being able to pay for their particular tags or marriage license or whatever, and then they're being able to pick it up later.
Okay, so they can go to the kiosk the way they need to do, and then just come and pick it up.
Kind of similar to what they have now with the driver license renewal.
Right, so it'll make it move expeditiously versus standing in long lines to try to get things done if you get the kiosk machine back up and running.
Right, absolutely.
I never even looked at that machine.
Well, I don't think there's many in Shelby County. It may be one or two for show, but we want to expand that program to various entities and make it more effective. Of course, we need to study the issue to make certain that we can be effective, cost effective with it.
Okay.
So we just don't want to go and purchase, a lot of kiosk machines and they're ineffective. Whatever. We want to make certain that we put them in the right places, that is equipped with the right information, that a person be able to easily go up, and go to the kiosk program. I'm gonna go to the kiosk machine and take care of their business.
Because I know that all that costs.
Absolutely.
And in order for us to get that or get to the mobiles, we have to see how we can maneuver those drive-out tags and getting all that money back in to see what we dealing with. So if we got millions of dollars, then maybe we can get the mobile truck or the mobile thing, whatever you're talking about, the mobile truck, and maybe we can get the kiosks if things are moving the way it should move.
Should move. It will move under Stowell administration. That's for sure. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be pretty.
No, nothing is easy.
And so, but we're going to make it happen. In regards to technology, just for clarity, most elected officials in Shelby County has what they call a DP fund, a data processing fund, that the state is a state statute. So there are monies for technological advances for any office, in particular the Shelby County Clerk's office. So there are monies there that can be utilized in order to bring about, in order to get kiosk machines or expand any kind of technological program we want to do in the Shelby County Clerk's office.
So you mean tell me we have money there, but we're not using it the way we need to use the money?
I don't want to get in the math.
No, you got to get in the math. I'm just saying,
I don't get in the math.
because we all live in the city. So as a citizen, right now, as a citizen, I'm speaking from my experience and what I've dealt with. So it's not shooting shots at anybody. It's what you see needs to change in the city.
Right. And I know that through experience, because the Chief Administrative Officer of General Sessions, who ran for 6 years, we used the DP fund to, technology-wise, just to rewire the courthouse to come up with screens where people can see where they're going to court at next, other than looking at paper.
Right.
Trying to put computerize the judge's desk, and so that the clerk can communicate with the judge and put the orders in through computerization. So I've had the experience of doing that before.
Okay.
But I do know that there's a DP fund, data processing fund, that the clerk has in their office that can be utilized to expand technology and to utilize it more effectively and efficiently.
And to make sure everything is done and taken care of. So if you could give, you know what, I tell you what, I gotta go to a quick commercial break and I'll be right back right after this.
Can you actually imagine hosting your next event at the all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center? Yes, spacious, beautiful venue with plenty of parking, located in the heart of East Memphis. Let us host your next intimate birthday gathering, family repast, bachelorette party, wedding and reception, baby shower, corporate meeting, social club event. Call us today. Don't wait. 901-244-6874. The all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center.
You're watching the Towanna Murphy Show right here on SVP TV, Comcast 1731, Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire On Demand, YouTube, Facebook Live, and all of those extra outlets. And my guest, Dr. William Stovall, decided just to stay with me and hang out because we still got 20 minutes left in the show. So we're going to talk about this thing of importance of voting. Because and I know that voting is important. Why is it that we have such a low turnout in voting?
Well, we have voter apathy. We have voter suppression going on in our county. The numbers are not great. We've had close to maybe 15,000 people to vote so far out of Shelby County. We had a 4.8, I believe it is, or 5% voting. And we know that early voting, election day mirrors early voting. So if we're at 5% now, we possibly can be no higher than 10 to 12% in terms of voting in the primary election this year. It is a travesty. It's a combination of things. I think really the voter suppression really took place in terms of election commission. We had only one Saturday to vote, and this past Saturday. In the past, we've had two Saturdays to vote, and I think the Easter weekend Saturday would have been a great Saturday when persons out shopping and doing their off work on Friday. They could have came by and voted in all 27 locations, but there was only 5 locations
that was open,
and that has never happened before. So I think voter suppression. Then also we have some leeriness in terms of COVID, even though COVID is over. But we have an elderly population that primarily votes.
Right.
And so I'm certain they want to be careful in regards to their health and their health in terms of the COVID.
But you know what though, and I'm going to piggyback on what you just said when you said in terms of COVID, because I know that when we voted for our new president, they didn't care what they didn't care what it was. They didn't care. They was all out there. I was pushing people literally in so they could go vote because they wanted to make a difference. And I think that if we could pack out the voting polls like that during a presidential election, I think that we should be able to pack them out in our general election, because what they don't understand is our general election, general city elections are the most important ones.
Absolutely.
And they're not getting it. I don't think they're getting it that this is the most important ones, because you guys are the ones that make the decisions for us.
Right.
Y'all make the decisions. It's not anybody else. Y'all make the decisions. So when push comes to shove, it's not up to the citizens. It's the people that represent us that has to make the decisions. And I don't think they understand that. I really don't think they understand. And as much as we talk to them about it, and they'll say, well, I elected this person to get in office. I elected this person to get in office, but that person not doing nothing. The person, they got to go to a higher power.
But there's a whole other issue in Shelby County. name recognition.
Right.
It's a big deal here in Memphis and Shelby.
It
I
is.
learned that
It
very
is.
quickly.
Oh yeah, you're gonna learn that quick. Learn that
And
quick.
so, but,
Name recognition.
There's nothing wrong with name recognition, but if the person is not doing the job and not, up to the par of doing the job, then perhaps someone else needs to be considered. But I understand because a lot of the voting population is 60 and older.
Right.
In Memphis and Shelby County, so therefore they are identifying with persons who may not be capable of carrying out their duties,
Right.
From a health standpoint or from a, just out of touch with what's really going on in terms of politics. And so it's a myriad of things that could, cause the voter apathy going on now in Memphis and Shelby County, but it needs to be corrected. But the Shelby County Election Commission did not do it any justice by cutting back on the days and the number of sites and moving the polls around in terms of this year's polls. And that's another thing everyone need to be aware of. And we have a lot, again, elderly individuals who wait to election day to go vote.
Right.
Because they don't trust the system.
They don't trust the
over there,
system. They don't
or
trust the
what have you.
system.
But be aware this year. Make certain that you know which poll that you're going to, because through the redistricting and moving redistricting, the various polls may have changed.
Right.
So
Right.
you want to make certain that you either call down to the election commission, that you call your elected official, your commissioner, your city council person, your congressional office, or whatever it may be, that you need to find out where is your poll before going to vote on May 3rd.
Right,
So
because-
you won't get confused.
Right. Because on May 3rd, you got to go to your district.
Yeah,
And
correct.
sometimes, like you said, they redistricting. I can't say the word. I can't say it for some reason, redistrict. That word. I can't, for some reason, I can't get it out. I can't get that word out today. But that's what I'm saying, And so some people, like in my neighborhood, I don't think that that church is doing it because they don't have any signs out. So I think that, mine would be Abundant Grace. Because the one that's in my neighborhood, they're not doing it.
But Abundant Grace is only an early voting site.
The early voting
So
site.
it's not a
Right. It's not a
election day.
permanent
No,
election day
no,
site.
right.
But I go always early vote.
Okay.
In the primaries, I early vote. Because I want to get it out of the way. I don't want to be on long lines.
But we have a lot of people who don't. And in this case, this year, the voter turnout so far for early election is so low that we're anticipating that election day would be higher.
Right.
And therefore, it's even more important that you know exactly where you're going, your precinct.
Longer lines.
Yeah, it could be longer lines or what have you. So if it's any way you can vote early, vote early. You have now until Thursday. It's open 11 to 7 every day this week, and Thursday being the last day. So please take advantage of early voting, and so your vote can count and you can not be frustrated.
Right, because I do the election day stuff. I just won't do it. I won't do it because the line's too long. I don't want to stand there all day. I ain't doing it. That's why I do everything early voting so I can go and get out the way, and I ain't got to worry about that election day thing. Because I know we got to go back and vote again in the general in August.
August, right.
So August we got to go back and vote again. So I just rather get it done in the beginning and avoid the lies of the day of,
Sure.
actual voting day. That's the part that kind of gets me. Now, we have a November election too.
Absolutely.
And that's the, governors?
That would be your state representatives,
State representative.
congressional representatives, as well as the governor.
And the governor.
Right.
Because the mayor is August. Shelby County Mayor.
Yes.
It's August.
Yeah, the
And so-
constitutional offices are in August. The constitutional office, I mean by Shelby County Mayor, District Attorney, all your clerks, your sheriff, all your county commissioners, what have you. So, but the state offices, state representatives,
representative,
state senator,
Governor. Congressional race, that's in November.
That's in November, but their primary is in August.
Right.
So the state and federal primaries is the same day the general for
For all of y'all.
for the county.
For the county. For the
Right.
county.
Right.
Okay, so that's what we're doing because
Right.
some people don't know.
Right.
And they need to just be informed of what's happening. It's like, it's done on August 3rd. I'm like, no, we had November 3rd election. They're like, no, it's done. No, we got November 3rd for the governors.
Now your general, the Shelby County General is your primary date for your state and federal office as well. So let's keep that in mind and be mindful of that and knowledgeable on that as well.
Exactly.
Right.
And so that's the things that, they have to just be, just reminded of. And I'm glad that we're able to, Mike, you said something about the voting people from 60 and up. And actually it's 55 and up because a lot of the people in 55, 60, 70 years old, they don't watch this internet stuff. They ain't paying attention to nothing that's on this internet. My mama got a Facebook page and she's 73 and she don't look at none of the internet. She go right to my show. She go right to the SVP thing and be like, I don't know nothing about all this stuff. So she don't know nothing about that. So if they're not informed on your local stations, like the stations I'm on now, 31 and 17, they watch it because they like familiar with watching TV versus going to the YouTubes or even my YouTube. My mom be like, I don't know about that. I'm just gonna go to the app, or because she knows how to use the app. But our elderly people know how to use the app. They know how to punch the button and see the SVP symbol and hit the symbol.
Right.
So that's another thing that we have to be mindful of when we give out information about voting and where the locations are. That a lot of the people between the ages of 55 and 75, they're not. I say computer savvy.
Right.
Do I want to say that? Cause now some 55 years old, they're computer savvy, but a lot of
I like to consider myself computer savvy.
Right, well, me too. Right. I ain't 55 yet. I ain't in the 50s yet. I'm gonna get there in a minute. I'm a few years away from being in the 50 club. I'm a few years away from being there. But computer savvy. Like I said, my mama's 70.
Right.
She don't look at no Facebook. She got a Facebook page.
Right.
She don't know how to post it.
Right.
She keep sending me them bingo games.
Right.
I don't want to watch those, but we have to make sure we inform the people and let them know what's going on to check and make sure.
Can I add one other thing?
Sure, get me
Also, from an educational standpoint, this is a Shelby County election. So yes, the citizens of Memphis, the city residents, this is your election too. I get a lot of questions and concerns and confusion on that as well because it's a Shelby County election. The citizens of Memphis, which resides in the city, sometimes think it's not their election as well.
It's their election.
But Memphis is part of Shelby County, and you're electing the Shelby County mayor, your county commission, the sheriff. Those are your representatives as well. So
I'm glad you said that.
I know that sounds like it may be.
But they don't know. No, they don't know though.
A lot of people don't
They don't
realize
know. When they say Shelby County, they don't know that Memphis is part of Shelby County.
right.
So they figure they ain't got to vote.
Right.
So that could be an issue too that we're dealing with as far as voters' rights.
There could be some of the concerns we have with the low turnout as well because of the county election. But sometimes you have to explain things. It's not that people just don't understand. I don't know why that's an issue. The last few county elections, I've seen that. That's somewhat of a concern, a confusion for people as well. But it's Shelby County. It's Shelby County. Now, when you had a Memphis City election, of course, it's only germane to the citizens of Memphis,
Right.
and not the persons in the municipalities. But for Shelby County elections, all persons who live in Shelby County, including the city of Memphis, this is your election as well. And I just want to make certain that I'm clear on that and that you understand that you can vote for Dr. William Stovall as your Shelby County clerk.
It's Shelby County clerk. He's asking who you put that in. Y'all see how smooth he put that in? You can vote for Dr. Williams as your Shelby County clerk. Y'all see how smooth he just put that? He ain't in that smooth like that. But I am glad that we are informing the people of how they need to vote, why they need to vote, and that Shelby County, Memphis is part of Shelby County. For all the people that may be a little slow, excuse me, I'm a comedian too sometimes. For the ones that's a little slow, Memphis is part of Shelby County. You gotta vote. That includes us people. Because people, they tell me too. The funny thing is, people that have been living here all their lives. Me and you both been here at the same time. Because I've been here 15 years too.
Right.
So we've been here around the same time. But I have to tell people that have been here all their lives, like, dude, Shelby County, Memphis is part of Shelby County. You gotta vote. And they're like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. It's part of Shelby County. What is wrong with you? No, I've been living all my life, and all your life you ain't know you had to vote. It is part of vote. What is wrong with you, woman? So those are some of the things that we have to just, inform the people. Like, come on, get it together, y'all. But they don't know. It's all about knowledge. Knowledge is power, and that's what I tell my reading camp kids all the time. Knowledge is power. You have to know what's going on in your city. Right. And many of us didn't. And to be honest with you, Dr. Stovall, I never paid attention to it either until I got old, into my 30s. And I was like, I got to vote no. Because I just would only vote for the president. When I got in my 18, when I turned 18, I was so excited to vote, for the president. I only voted for the president. I didn't know that. That the general elections, the primary elections were important elections too. I wasn't. In my 30s, that's when I found out. Because they was like, you want the primary vote? I said, no, it ain't the president. It was like,
the local election is really more important than
any election.
Any election that you can do.
The generals, the primaries, and your local elections, because those are the ones making decisions for you. But I didn't know that. I learned that when I was like 32. Then I was like, for real? And they was like, yeah. I said, I only voted every 4 years when the president came around. And everybody that was on there, I ain't know nobody on there. I was just checking. It's like, as long as I vote for my Barack Obama, as long as I vote, there it is. And that's how I looked at it.
Right.
But I really didn't understand the importance of voting in our own city elections.
Right.
I didn't understand
Right.
until, I got older, like I said, early 32, 33, 34, when I seen that people in Nashville was making decisions for our kids and we had no say. And so I was like, wait a minute, we don't have any say in this city? They can just make a decision and just tell us what we can do? Yeah, because we don't have enough people representing us. We don't have the people that's out there that can actually put the effort forward to push a bill for us. Then, yeah, they're going to make the decisions for us. And that's how I tell the Republicans are making the decisions for our kids.
Yeah.
That's why we're having the problem we're having right now.
They're a supermajority right now.
The supermajority, that's supermajority, right. And so with you saying education is a priority to you and education is a priority to me, why is it that we have all these people that we elect to represent us, to go to Nashville to represent us and do their jobs, but they can't get a bill passed, and then we end up hurting our kids, our babies end up hurting in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part that I don't like,
Right.
that other people making decisions for our children, what they learn, how they learn. But what's the point of us putting these people in these offices and they can't get anything through? They can't get nothing passed. So that's the part that I don't like when it comes to educating our kids. It's like they focusing on the wrong stuff and not the stuff that's important.
Mm-hmm.
And it's our kids. Our kids are losing in the process of it. That's why we're dealing with so much crime and poverty.
Absolutely.
Because they are educated, they can't read. Most people think it's something else. No, them kids can't read. I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean,
Correct.
right. The reading levels, the math levels are low, and I mean, the reading scores are low as well. So we just have a challenge, not only in Memphis and Shelby County, but it's a national problem as well.
It's a national problem.
And so we have to be concerned as a nation in regards to other countries like
Right.
China and other countries. The Asian countries are moving ahead in terms of math and science, and so we have to be particularly concerned with that in terms of our security as well. So, but that's another conversation.
A whole other conversation. But I'm glad you touched on it. Because even though we're talking about you in the Shelby County Clerk's office, you decided to sit with me this last 20 minutes and just flow with me. So I like to flow, and they got to see who you are. They get to see who you are as a person and what you believe in and your beliefs.
Right.
And that's part of my beliefs. Like I have a summer reading camp called Project Let's Read. And it's over in West Memphis. But we have kids from Memphis that come over to take that class, because I teach them every summer. It's an 8-week camp from June 1st to August 3rd.
Okay.
And I teach them basic reading, basic math, intro to cursive writing, and penmanship.
And cursive writing.
I teach them in
A
cursive
thing with the past in the school system.
Right. But they don't allow it no more.
Right.
But I teach my 3rd through 5th graders intro to cursive writing.
Right.
And I teach them from scratch. It's not like you trace this. I write it, I write the word, and then I let them try it first.
Right.
And if they don't have it, then I go to each one of my students and I show them again. And they have to write it 10 times until they get it right.
Right.
So I'm teaching them from scratch. Because everybody's like, how you doing it? Scratch. From scratch. I have a son that's 7. And he reads on a 7th grade level.
Wow.
And his math is almost 9th grade because we're on division.
Okay.
And he's
Wow.
7. He's just 7.
That's very impressive.
Because during the pandemic, I didn't let him rest. We did flashcards. We did everything that he needed to do. So he acts out in school. Now I got to go to school almost every other week because he thinks he knows everything. Because he thinks he's smarter than everybody in the classroom. So I have to go in there and tell him, you're still a kid, son. But Mom, I know all this already. Don't matter if you know it. Do it again. But Mom, don't remind me. I need you to do the work. Because he's a 1st grader. So he figured, I know all the stuff. I can do whatever I want. No, that's not true. And I have to tell him, Ethan, no, son, that ain't true. You still got to listen to your teacher. But I know it. That ain't the point.
Yeah.
You can know it and not do it. If you're not doing it, I said you're going to be 20 years old in the 1st grade. Smart as ever, but you're going to be 20 years old in the 1st grade if you don't do your work. Because I just believe in the power of education, and I refuse to let my son slip between the cracks.
Right.
And there's not a lot of parents like me.
Oh, I definitely understand what you're saying. Education was the key in my household, and my sons are very educated. I had University of Tennessee, Knoxville. My oldest son finished in the supply chain program there, ranked maybe 5th and 7th in the country. My youngest son is a Georgia Tech graduate, computer food engineering.
Wow, okay.
And I think that program is ranked 3rd in the world. And so I definitely stress that in my household, and I'm very proud of my sons and what they have achieved in that regards to education.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just important. That's just important because we have to have role models such as yourself. You know, I'm a single mom, and I have a 7-year-old, you know, and he needs to have role models that he can look up to and say, hey, I can look up to Dr. Stovall, you know, because he doing this, he's doing that. You know, I bet you if you sat with my son 5 minutes and show him anything that's concerning Shelby County, he'll come back and repeat it. Now, he knows the weather, like the back of his hand. Everything. He called me today, and he was at home. He called me today because he got suspended for fight. Because he don't know how to just do it silently like the little kid did to him. He just gonna get up and punch.
Okay.
I said, you can't do that, Ethan. But he hit me first. I said, but they ain't seen him. They seen you. He said, but he hit me. They ain't seen you. They see you. They seen what you did. And so this morning he called and said, Mom, I need you to be careful because there's scattered showers and flash floodings. So avoid the water. I said, Ethan, he said, Mom, I'm just telling you, turn around and don't drown. Because that's what Joey Sellepeck said. I said, you watch Joey, because he loved Joey Sellepeck and Jeremy Pierre on Fox 13. He watches them every morning and every night. Because he's interested in the news. And he just said it. So he lets me know what's going on in the news. That's just how, Mama, did you know it was a shooting?
Following Mom's footsteps, huh?
Yep. Oh, he said, Mom, did you know it was a shooting? On the north side? I said, who had a shooting? Well, Jeremy Pierre just talked about it. You know, and so that's just, he's 7. And so those are the things that we have to educate. And I'm going to let you say a little, we only got 2 minutes left, so I want you to go ahead and say a little bit more, Yola Spill. Oh, you running for a Shelby County clerk, and we're going to get on out of here.
Yeah, I am Dr. William Stovall, the Democratic candidate again. I'm running for Shelby County Clerk. I am the most qualified individual for the job. I had the leadership and experience to run the Shelby County Clerk's office. I encourage you to vote for Dr. William Stovall as your Shelby County Clerk, as well as in vote. Regardless who you vote for, it's important that you get out and exercise your right to vote. Many persons have died and marched for us to have the right to vote, and therefore it's important that we get out and make it happen, okay? Memphis and Shelby County, I'm counting on you to get out and vote. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Dr. William Stovall, for coming. I appreciate y'all. Listen, I got to get out of here because my time is up. You are watching the Towanna Murphy Show right here on SVP TV, Comcast 17, Comcast 31, Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Prime, On Demand, YouTube Live, and Facebook Live. Remember, news is news. Facts is facts. Miss Ruby sung the blues, and Towanna going to bring you the news. Until Wednesday with my special guest, Willie Brooks, because we switched him up, y'all. Willie Brooks. Good night and better tomorrows.